when you sold it, you used to live in the most sought after address in Dallas in the Vendome in Turtle Creek, correct?
That is
Was
correct.
that fun?
Yes. Well, it's surrounded by Newfoundland. I'm old.
Oh, you are young,
not old.
forever
Young
young.
at heart.
Yeah. And after you sold the dance competitions, you always had a lake house in Cedar Creek, Gun Barrel City.
Yes.
At Cedar Creek Lake, and a beautiful home. And then you basically went and just lived out there, and you just find so much peace there.
I get up and listen to the birds.
Yes. And
that's a good feeling.
it is so beautiful there and so peaceful. That's a
beautiful.
special place. And you decided that you were going to make your life out there. And I remember having conversations, and you were coming up with all these different ideas. And then you decided to open a boutique.
Yeah.
And I
With no
remember
experience.
no experience again. And I thought, I'm not gonna lie, I thought, well, how is that gonna work? I mean, these people all live in Dallas, but they're gonna go out there, and then how are they gonna shop? My goodness, I can't imagine. Don't say that to David Westerfield. He will make it work. Not only has he made it work, the W Haus that's what it's called, and Thomas and David do this together, and Thomas is a genius with
Brilliant.
brilliant genius with.
I tell him that daily.
Yeah.
I said, you are a brilliant person.
I mean, he tops himself every single day. I mean, when you think it cannot possibly get better, it always
He
does.
does it.
And it went from, I don't know, it's now actually, isn't it like a local place to go? I mean, just people just show up to.
Yeah. I said,
Tell us about it.
Well-
Tell us how it came about.
well, Thomas went to work for one of my competitor friends.
Right.
And they were expanding into Australia.
A dance competition.
Yes, a dance
car.
competition. So he was spending 2 months of the year in Australia and the other part in LA. And I said, this is just not working.
Right.
We've got to find a better solution. And I said, I found this little building in Gun Barrel City. It's really tacky, but I think we could make something of this. And he said, well, what are we going to make? So I sat at the gas station, and I watched the number of cars that turn right. I watched the number of cars that turn left. I watched the quality of cars that turn right. I watched the quality of cars that turn left. And I thought, this could be some. I had nothing to lose, but
Again.
again, I was eating apricots out of my car. So anyway, we bought this little building, and we built a boutique that was definitely above scale from the normal shops in the Cedar Creek Lake area. So we envisioned a gardens. We envisioned the back part being a gallery in a 3-year plan, and that happened within 2 years.
Of course, fast forward.
Fast forward real quickly. So we built this boutique, and there was a building to the left, and there was a building to the right, and both of them were really, really run down.
Very.
Very run down. So after we built the gardens and we built the gallery in the back, it was time to expand even more.
Yeah, because it wasn't enough to just have a boutique and a gallery and the gardens. And both David and Thomas are so active in their community.
Yes.
And they do special events and
weddings, showers, baby, whatever. I mean,
They do it.
anniversaries, we do it.
a hat judging party every year that I get to judge.
Oh,
I'm
that's
always
right,
so
the
excited.
hat party. Yes.
Meet all these wonderful people there, and they're so lovely, and no wonder you guys love it, and they love you. They have literally taken you guys in as
They have.
They've
taken
adore
us in.
you.
Well, we're blessed. It was something that Cedar Creek Lake didn't have. And I said, let's take a chance. Let's build it. And we found a niche in the market that nobody else had.
Yeah.
And then when the building became available next door, we purchased that and decided we'd build a restaurant.
Did you have any experience in the restaurant?
None. I was a singing waiter when I was in college. That's about it.
It's pretty impressive, all the things that you just create with no experience.
It's unbelievable.
Well, we're not done.
Oh, right. What?
What are you doing next?
Well, we're opening up. We're hoping to open up a new lounge area. That's I met a guy for. Well, Valentine's was. We had 7 seatings for Valentine's. Friday we had 2. Saturday we had 2. I guess that's 4. 5 on Sunday. Everything iced over, and we had to cancel everything from Valentine's Day. So we did a Valentine's redo.
Right.
And oh my gosh, that was a week that we'll never forget. That we had our introductory chef's dinner on Wednesday night. We were sold out Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Sunday was the redo of Valentine's, and it was packed once again. But it was, it's like we thrive off these people.
Yes.
I mean, these people bring us so much joy and so much their hearts are open.
Yes, they are. They all love you.
Well, I don't know about loving
They
us,
do.
but
I think that David and Tommy both have that thing that we talked about not too long ago about that each person wants to feel special. And I think that both of you have that gift of making everybody you meet feel very special.
well, that's the key to success.
Right.
I mean, that's just what it is all about.
Mhm.
Thomas is he compares us to the brain and the pinky. I'm not sure which is the brain and which is the pinky, but Thomas is brilliant and
Yes.
in display and I handle all the administrative work, the backlash of what
Right.
all comes
And
with
he's
it.
like the artist.
Yeah, he's like
Yes.
the artist. He's
Mhm.
amazing. I mean, there is such an influx of new home building down there that it's just it's hard to comprehend.
It is. I mean, I feel like when you did all this, I mean, you could have never imagined that we would be thrown into a worldwide pandemic.
No.
And that because of that, a lot of the Dallas people, a lot of the wealthy Dallas people have really migrated to the lake. They feel more free and peaceful out there. And so that's becoming more and more a thing. So then you have brought their standard of living and the excellence and what they're used to
Well,
from
we hope
Dallas.
so.
You
We hope
have.
so.
I know so. And let's not forget the restaurant is called W456.
W456, the address.
That's the address.
People ask me all the time, well, where'd you come? What's the significance of 456? Oh, it's the address. Well, I thought that
simple
might
as
be
that.
an important date in your life. Yeah, I was born in April 56.
That's funny. So when you build, so now you have a successful boutique, a successful gallery, a successful garden where you have events and all that. And then you go into building that restaurant.
Yes.
And then you have basically opening night. And then how long after that did the pandemic
Well,
hit?
we were scheduled to open 1 week prior to the governor shutting us down.
That's right.
But I said, this is not satisfactory in my world. We've got to, the floors are not right. We've got to marbleize the floors. We've got to stain them again. We've got to redo it. During that 1 week is when Governor Abbott said, nix, you can't open. I mean, not just us, but
Right,
the whole state of
everybody.
Texas, which was really bad. So I had hired the head chef of the Hilton Anatole. He had been there for 30 years, had 28 sous chefs underneath him. And
Unbelievable.
I mean, I had hefty payroll. And And I'm thinking, how are we going to do this? So we opened up a market menu where it was like grocery takeout. And we do it every
Who thinks of
Wednesday and
that?
every Friday. Well, I don't know, but God put the words in my head, so I went ahead with it. So we did that Wednesday and Thursday, or Wednesday and Fridays, and it was successful. I mean, I had a lady drive up one day, and she said, "How many employees do you have?" And I don't remember what I said at the time, 8 or whatever. And she goes, "Okay, that's fine. We'll be there soon to pick up our order." And it's like, okay. She drives up and she said, "Are you David?" And I said, "Yes." And she goes, because I was out delivering groceries.
Oh, you were?
Yes. On Easter with bunny ears.
Oh,
And she gets out and she hands me an envelope filled with $200 for each of the employees that we have.
No
Oh.
way.
Yeah, it was the most heartfelt,
oh wow.
emotional experience I think I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
It
wow.
was an incredible feeling.
That's-
So she, that was, and of course, that was given to the employees. It's
Wow.
not my money.
right.
It was, I wish it was my money, but it wasn't. So we just kept going. And then we were able to finally open up at a limited capacity. And we just kind of flowed as it may be with the governor's orders, mask mandate, limited capacity. And sooner or later, it all kind of just came together. I'd hired a wonderful chef. I hired a good manager. I hired incredible people. And today we have 58 people on our staff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just the restaurant alone, or
Just the restaurant alone.
wow.
Wow.
And they all take such pride. I've always said that, it comes from the top.
Yes.
It comes from the top.
Mhm.
And you get the best out of others when you give the best to yourself. Thomas is a little more vigorous than I am as far as going out and being there every night. And I just said, you really don't have to be there tonight. Yeah, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Can't help himself.
Yeah, he just can't help himself. So after I get through with this podcast, then I'm going to rush back to the restaurant
Because you have to
it's
go.
Saturday
Yes.
night.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. I mean, the restaurant, David did a birthday party for Thomas there, and we had the dinner was
His
beyond.
production quality came
It's
out. I heard.
production.
Production.
That's what it was.
That
It was a
is
production. We
what
had
I
a
heard.
violinist come in. We had the only thing that we regretted was canceling was the choir. I had a choir that was supposed to come in and sing gospel music for the prayer.
You did.
Yes, but you don't know that.
I did not know that.
I just acted like nothing happened, and
Wow.
yeah, the violinist came in,
Yep.
then the drag queen came in,
Yes.
and but it was a beautiful dinner.
Beautiful. It was
Beautiful.
beautiful. And I have to say I've known you guys for so long, and I feel like you guys doing this together, I see so much pride in your eyes for Thomas, and I feel like that it has brought you guys closer, and it's so beautiful to see. And that brings me to the next question. Do you think it's possible to run a successful business with your significant other
Absolutely.
without ruining your relationship?
Absolutely. You understand each other. You know where the other person is going. You understand what they're thinking. You don't have to say words. The expressions say everything. It just goes without saying, we're doing the best we possibly can, and we have to reassure each other of that.
Mhm.
And that's really important.
Yes.
Saying you are so talented, you are so good at what you do. He doesn't always say that, but but I try to reassure him that he is an amazing human being.
Very. I mean, one of a kind.
Yes,
For sure. And
But
so are you. And
well,
you are,
thank you.
You're like the back part sometimes is very, very tough too. And you have to, numbers are hard. You have to be, the
Yeah,
you have to make sure you have money to pay your employees and to keep the doors open.
That's always a good thing.
And so, but that is also very difficult when
Yes.
you are the one handling all that. And
Well, I think sometimes the artist person gets to just be always the the disaster,
and
the
he
meeting.
thinks the pockets have no lining.
Yes.
You know, it's like, ooh.
And then
let's
the
go
other
get-
one, takes sometimes a back seat to the
Yeah.
yes,
artist.
But that's
shine
okay.
free.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I trust him. I believe him. I know his intent.
Mhm.
And that's 99.9%.
But I think that's the only way that works. Like, is the other person understanding and appreciating that and letting it be okay. Because I'm
Yeah.
like Tommy. And
Right.
sometimes if I was ever with anybody who didn't understand that, it makes it difficult.
Well, he
very.
vents. He vents to me. And sometimes I just throw up my hands and say, shut up. I don't need to hear any more.
Yeah.
But I try to be patient. I try to be kind.
you did an auction for a 10 people for a steak dinner.
Yes.
For what
it
is
was
it?
the Humane Society. Yes.
Oh, that was for the
Yes.
Humane Society. Okay, and so you guys.
Well,
sold-
we've done many things. We threw a great Gatsby party.
Yes.
And, well, I got up at the city council meeting and they were kind of bickering with the city council and the mayor and the EDC committee and saying, we need this money, and they were going to allocate it in a different direction. And I just got up and I said, you know what? We will make up the difference. We'll make up the difference. $10,000 will make up the difference. So we threw a great Gatsby party, and it was like the nouveau riche of Cedar Creek Lake just appeared. And we were able to fundraise that $10,000 for them. And it was just amazing. And we've started a VIP program. We started it a couple of weeks ago. We already have like 50 people that have signed up for it, and it's just great to see the support that we're getting.
It's unbelievable. I saw that video when you did that Wagyu. Is that how you say it?
Yes, Wagyu.
Dinner for 10 steak. And
Yes.
it sold for $11,000. They did an auction.
Wow.
Yeah, you saw me throw my hands up and say, yeah.
Yes.
I acted like it was my money. But it was my money in contribution
Yes.
to the Humane Society.
Of course it was.
Wow.
Yeah, I love my puppies.
You love your puppies, that's for sure.
Love my puppies.
So tell us a little more of what you're doing with the lounge. That is, I did not even know about this at all.
I know, and I probably shouldn't even be talking about this, but there's another building that we're hoping to acquire that Gunbarrel City does not have property tax. So everything is based upon retail sales tax. And we're trying to contribute as much as we can. Every time I write that check every month, it seems like, yeah, I'm contributing. But there's something missing down there. Like I was going on before in the previous podcast about the Valentine's Day, we had an entertainer come down, and the entertainment business has been very neglected during the COVID days, or which we're still in the pandemic. And he brought his double keyboard. He sings. He really does attract our clientele. He's very, very good. His name is Dave Tanner. He's from Irving, and just really sparked a bell. Just with he's amazing. So whether we use Dave or not is irrelevant. But to have a piano lounge or something, we've already got the gardens. We've already got the room. Of course, Thomas wants to now build another room. I know.
Because you guys are sold out all the time.
I know, it never stops. But I just think it could work.
I think that's a great idea.
Oh, I think it's great.
Well, it's something different.
Yeah.
It's unique. And, people said when they first came in the store 4 years ago and said, well, I hope you make it. What do you mean? That's none of my vocabulary.
No.
we're going to make it. It's just how soon are we going to make it? But the people realize now that we're not price wise, but just the finesse, the camaraderie that we have with the people. They, you're right, Gabby. They love us.
They love
They
you.
love us
They love
unconditionally. Unconditionally,
with all their heart. You can see it in them. You can feel it. You can just, every time I'm there, I see they are proud to have you guys there. They're literally proud.
Well, they tell us that, and they're quick to point that out. But it's difficult for me to understand that because I'm always the one striving for something better. I want to make it unique. I want to make it something special. I want to make it the best that it can possibly be, regardless of whether it's at Cedar Creek Lake in Gun Barrel City or Dallas County or the state of Texas or
The country.
the U.S.
Yeah.
I want to make it the best.
And
I want to
you
make it
do.
the best. Well, we strive to do that, but it takes two of us.
Right.
Takes two of us, and those two, Thomas and myself, we depend on our staff to make it successful. We want it to be the best that it can be.
You can tell when you come there, like everything is perfection. And I know how Tommy is. Everything has to be dusted all the time, and you have to have everything is sparkling clean, and nothing can be out of order. He will go through, it's unbelievable. And the ideas he comes up with, like he took silverware and he bound it together and made a frame for this incredible picture that he threw thousands of rhinestones on, first of all. And then it's just a masterpiece that people need to see.
It's a masterpiece.
And
that's where you should be proud that his Austrian heritage came into play.
I am
because
so proud.
He is, he takes the Swarovski crystals and...
I got some of them for him.
I thought you were going to say you took them off the picture.
No, I got him the crystal.
Okay. All right.
So it's a masterpiece. Everyone should if you are in the Dallas area, you need to go to Cedar Creek Lake and experience this amazing W456 restaurant and go stop at the boutique, say hi to Thomas, buy some gifts. He has everything.
It used to be that W Haus was feeding W456, not literally, but you know what I'm saying. And now W456 feeds the clientele to W Haus. So it's like we're continuing to grow and we're just grateful.
It is never ending fun, and I can't wait. We are actually planning a weekend.
Yeah.
When we want to come out with Justin, Alyssa Edwards, Marcella, Carrie, and myself, and we want to spend the weekend out there and have dinner and hang out with you guys. That's what we are doing.
Sit at the fireplace, fire pit, and
that's what the plan is. Thomas just said to wait till it gets a little the weather is nicer.
Well, it's getting nice.
I know,
it's getting so nice. So that's the plan, and we cannot wait.
Good.
And is there anything else you would like to tell us? You'd like to talk about? You would like to tell your friends from Cedar Creek Lake? Anything?
Well, I just want to thank you, for being there and supporting us spiritually. You're Thomas's lifeline. You truly are, and he's my lifeline.
Yes.
So that's something you and I have in common.
Yes.
But I want to thank the people of Cedar Creek Lake, and for trusting us and believing in us, and knowing that we're going to get the job done. We've got a dinosaur party on Monday night that we're getting ready to throw for an 11-year-old. So,
party.
a dinosaur
cute.
party. Yes. I don't know if she knows about it. So.
That's so
Hopefully
cute.
this will be delayed.
It will be delayed.
Wednesday or Tuesday.
It will be a week later.
Oh, a week later. Yeah.
A week later. But that's all I want to say. I'm just so blessed to be alive.
That is something I wanted to ask you. How is your health? Because you're a cancer survivor, warrior for many, many years. How many years have you?
Actually 16 years now.
16
years. I kind of brought it on myself. I'm getting older, so the testopel injections were not the best thing for my health because that's what prostate cancer cells lead to or feed off of. And but I'm doing well. I'm on a clinical trial, and I'm just very fortunate. I don't know what's working. I went through chemo last year.
Right.
That was not an easy thing to do, but I had a great oncologist. I went in, I did 6 treatments, and the 4th time I went in, I said, I just can't do this anymore. I just can't do it.
Mm.
And she said, you know what, David? You don't have to. And I looked at her and I said, well, I'm here, I might as well go ahead and do it and get it over with. 5th time I went in, I said, you know what? I just can't do this anymore. She said, you know what? You don't have to. And it was like she was giving me permission to give up. And I thought, no, David is not a person to give up,
Never quit.
No, never quit. So it was a blessing in disguise that, first of all, I'm still here.
Mm-hmm.
But, I get up, I suit up, I show up. And that's the best thing you could possibly do. If you're, I was stage 4, and that's pretty severe. But, I'm here.
You look incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, if people didn't know, they would never think that.
Well, I it's like my oncologist said to me, my urologist said to me, he said, you don't act like a person who has cancer. And I said, so what am I supposed to do? Get on my soapbox and play the, oh, poor me, pitiful, this is sad, I'm going to die. No. I just, I get up, I suit up, I show up. I'm in denial. He said, I'm a candidate for denial.
Well, I remember though, I mean, you, even though going through chemo, you still, you didn't let it get you down. Like you still got up and showed up.
Yeah, I did. And
I was like, man, you need to rest.
Well, that's because of my musical theater degree from Baylor. I'm an actor. I wasn't about to let it get the best of me.
Did a great job with that.
Yeah. What happened behind closed doors was another story, hugging the toilet and going through all that. But, I made it.
Yes, you did.
And I'm making it.
Yes.
My oncologist told me something. She said, every day you have a choice. And that choice is you live or you die. And I thought, I'm not ready to hang it up.
Mm-hmm.
So it was an amazing preacher oncologist that gave me the opportunity to live.
And to think, like people, I always say, people find so many reasons to complain and not to be able to do things. And then there you are, fighting cancer, a warrior, going through all these treatments, and yet you have built 2 amazing new businesses during all that time that are so successful.
I'm not sure.
And
that gives me a reason to live.
But I was about to say, I feel like we talk about manifestation and law of attraction and the words. Like, I feel that you believed so hard that, like, you're not going to let that stop you. And then working, because we always say, too, like, people should not retire. Like, people should not stop moving, because then I think that's when it gets kind of scary. Like, you could,
Yeah, I'm slowing down.
Yeah.
I realize that. And I have to pace myself.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, if I believe that I'm going down, then I will go down.
Right.
But in the meantime, I'm still kicking. So,
I think that's great, though.
yes,
it is. It's getting old is not fun. It is not fun at all. I have no experience in that.
Yeah.
It's like okay, so I'm this old now. What is it like to be this old? I don't know.
I don't know.
But you're great at no experience.
Yeah, we know that.
You're exactly right, Marcella. You are exactly right.
So you're doing great. You're used to this.
Well, David, thank you so much for coming and
Oh,
seeing
Gabby.
us and telling your story. That is incredible, amazing,
Thank you.
beautiful.
Marcella.
a
Thank
beautiful
you.
life.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
taking the time
Yes.
to come because David drove
Yes, from
From
Cedar
Cedar
Creek
Creek Lake.
Lake.
and now he's going
yes.
to drive back to the restaurant.
To the restaurant
and
to see
work.
all
To
the
the
people.
restaurant to work.
Thank you, and everyone follow us on social media and listen to the
Yes.
story. Give us comments, feedback. We welcome all of it, and thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.